what do we learn at Homesteaders of America? Well, we learned we got to prioritize. Got to see exactly what works for us and what doesn't, what we maybe need to change, what maybe we've bitten off a little more than we can chew, and maybe what we want to expand on. Those are the things that we're looking forward to.
Dean Family Acres.
Hey guys, this is Matt Dean from Dean Family Acres. I just wanting to let you know that we made it back from Homesteaders of America. Some of y'all might have noticed who have been with the channel for a while. We had a couple extra videos this week, and I just wanted to get those out for people that weren't able to go. I was contacted by probably at least another 5 or 6 families from South Carolina who were at Homesteaders of America but didn't know about our meetup. So I'm thinking that we probably had close to 15 families there from South Carolina. So we're looking forward to doing some collaboration with those folks. I just wanted to give a few updates about what we've got going on here on Dean Family Acres and what we're looking forward to working on. One of the biggest things that we had in this past year was a frugal or cheap or thrifty, you insert here, barn build that we did, and that was, I think we're on part 7. We got a little slack during the summertime, had other things going on, and need to start updating that and how the barn build's going, and also finish that up. So you'll get to see some new content in regards to the barn build, and we're also going to have some updates around the farm in regards to our goats and what our plans are for those, and what we're going to be doing for some winter gardening, and we're hoping to be able to kind of overwinter a few things this year. This is Richie. He's our little special needs billy goat. In addition to the barn build and the winter gardening, we've got a couple other landscaping projects here around the farm that we're working on, trying to get some of these plants that we save a little money on throughout the year, buying them late in season, that kind of thing. We're going to have a couple different planting videos. I've got at least one other repotting video ready to go at some point. I know that we had one person comment from the Homesteaders of America Conference that forsythia, which was I believe episode 54, we up-potted some forsythia, and they talked about that on the nature walk at Homesteaders of America. So if you happen to be at Homesteaders of America and you heard about that, give me some details. I'd definitely like to hear about that. It was something about forsythia and honeysuckle, which we have plenty of both of those here on the farm. So we're going to do a couple more planting videos in regards to the around the landscape and the yard and that kind of thing, with just trying to get things in the ground before weather gets too cold. One good thing about here in zone 8, we're right on the edge of zone 8, A and 7B, is that we can usually plant things this time of year, and as long as they get a little bit of water right when you plant them, by the time spring hits, they're doing great, and it almost gives you an extra 3 to 6 months of lead time, and you don't have to worry about them during the summer as much either. So just those different things. If there are things that you guys would like to hear or see about, can you leave those in comments down below? I know we got a bunch of new subscribers from Homesteaders of America, and I'm sure other contacts throughout, but we actually picked up close to 70 new subscribers in the last week, which is awesome, and we're over 400 subscribers now, which is great. Looking forward to hearing you guys' feedback and just things that you might like to see or learn more about here on the farm. We have a few more dahlias still growing here and some zinnias as well, and so we're still holding on to beautiful summer and early fall gardening here, and looking forward to even more additions to our landscape. Another thing that we're hoping to highlight a little bit more on here at Dean Family Acres is our Muscadines. We've got 2 that we planted, and there's a couple different videos on that. I'll link the playlist for that above. and you can check out Muscadines. I know we talked to several people at Homesteaders of America that didn't know what Muscadines were, so it definitely depends on which part of the country you're in, but hopefully that will be an opportunity for you to learn something new, even if you can't grow them in your area. That's something that we're going to be expanding on. So what do we learn at Homesteaders of America? Well, we learned we got to prioritize. Got to see exactly what works for us and what doesn't, what we maybe need to change, what maybe we've bitten off a little more than we can chew, and maybe what we want to expand on. Those are the things that we're looking forward to. And I know some of that is maybe taking a little bit of the actual animals off of our plate. And we've just found that a lot of it doesn't necessarily help us in the long run. So that's part of it. And we'll kind of evaluate from there and give you guys updates as we decide exactly how and what we're going to do with that. And also just trying to get some things done that have been on the list forever. So things that we've been trying to work on for, a week, a month, a year or two, and we just hadn't finished up. We definitely want to get some of that stuff finished up. And that's one of our goals is, and what we've learned, you got to prioritize your time. And there's always something that you need to maybe cut back on, and there's some things that maybe you need to spend more time on. And sometimes you just have to be willing to say no, even though it's something that you really enjoy, but you also don't want to do things that make you miserable. And maybe what you can barter with. I know that we had one of the guys at the conference had on a Make Milk Raw Again hat, which we thought was kind of hilarious. But we drink raw milk, and we have a dairy that's 5 miles or less from our house that is on the honor system. You go get a gallon of milk whenever you want it and pay. And so for us, it doesn't make sense to have a dairy cow or a dairy goat or anything like that. For some people, that might be something that they don't have access to. So you just have to evaluate those things for yourselves. So hopefully this kind of gives you guys a perspective of where we're going, and looking forward to hearing your comments below. Don't forget to leave those down here, and we will just let you know some more updates later on, and give us some opportunities to kind of just expand and maybe us learn too, because we're all going to learn from each other. Again, this is Matt Dean from Dean Family Acres, and we thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and hit subscribe, and don't forget, pound that bell like Mike Tyson did in the 1980s, because he knew what he was doing, and we think we know what we're doing. Thanks so much for following along. Thank you again for all you new subscribers. Looking forward to hearing exactly what you guys learned at the Homestead Conference, and just feedback about what you guys would like to see us cover more of. Thanks so much. Hope you guys have a blessed day.